Welcome back everybody to Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Last time we had two close battles with both Kieran and Black Veil Valhazak, but came out victorious in both battles. On today's episode, I actually finally went into our room that I've never actually showed you at all because I was looking for a certain song. We don't actually have it unlocked, unfortunately. But I forgot that by going into your house here, there's actually some unique quests that your housekeeper gives you. But before we actually talk to him, since I ran all the way over here, the first thing on our agenda today, the most important thing that it dramatically affected our build actually, is we're going to be tackling Wings of the Wind. Black tornadoes have been spotted in the Elder's Recess. Analytics believe this is the work of a Kushala Daora, and a very nasty one at that. I'll leave this one to you, bud. Oh man, you know how much I love Kushala Daora. And obviously Kushala's Wind has been a giant pain in our rear pretty much since the beginning of fighting Kushala. And that's why we're going to go talk to the housekeeper, and then I'm going to go over our armor because that's very important. A housekeeper's job is all about doing the little things to make our Meowster's home the perfect place to relax. But now we're going big. Thinking outside the box. Introducing Project Ultra Resplendent Residence. I came up with that name. But in our hunt for some stone building materials, we ran across one scary kitty, Tigrex. We fought it tooth and claw. But then it proceeded to kick our tails. Please, Meowster, avenge your humble servants by taking on the quest The Perfect Room Stone. We'll zip past it to quarry the stone we need while you deal with the finicky kitty. Capture a Tigrex. These are very unique quests, and the fact that they give you very unique charms. Meowster, have you been overcome with the desire to hang a portrait of the ancient forest up in your room? Then I have an exciting opportunity for you. I've arranged a little deal with the head honchos. If you can deliver the items we're asking for, they've agreed to commission you a veritable symphony. Oh, I can't do it. Can't do it. I'm certain it'll be a Meowster piece worthy of display. And we actually already have a lot of Anjanath pelts. I don't care about paintings. Okay, so I guess once we defeat Tigrex, he'll have the next one, but also there's a bunch of delivery quests. So I already ate a meal. We're gonna go over the fact that fighting Kushala, in typical fashion, Kushala is 3-star weak to thunder, 3-star ailment to poison, 3-star ailment to blast. So with that, we're going with the Thunder Dual Blades. I will actually point out the fact that the Kieran Dual Blades are technically better, but I'm missing so many materials from them that our Kadachi Greathawks 2, the fully upgraded version of it, is going to work just fine. But just know that there is a stronger version. Now, this is very important, the fact that it's weak to thunder, and Kushala, since we're using the Dual Blades, has a lot of wind pressure. For that reason, I dramatically altered our equipment to give us windproof level 5 naturally. Meaning, Kushala's wind is no longer an issue for us at all. We sacked some elements because we don't actually have any, bolt jewels or anything, because I don't have a bolt jewel 4, nor did I have a lot of extra slots to just slot in a bunch of bolt jewels themselves. So we lost crit boost, unfortunately, but in place of crit boost, we have windproof, which will hopefully make the Kushala fight go a lot smoother. So we're honestly kind of praying. We're honestly praying at this point, but hopefully we don't narrowly lose to this monster either. But let's see if this work around our build turned out to be wise. Now, the game did not bring us to Kushala, which I'm kind of glad for because I've never fought Kushala with anything besides the longsword, really. I mean, earlier when we fought Kushala, but like, this is definitely a tough one for me. This one's not gonna be easy. We can't soften Kushala's front legs, so all we can do is hope to soften its face. We also, if you notice, we lost the Constitution ability on our build as well. We no longer actually have Constitution, so that also actually dramatically hurts our build. So sadly, we're gonna actually be burning through our stamina a lot faster, which is really crappy. But again, all of it was for the sake of windproof, which, as I've said before in other quests, that stun resist and all these other skills are very helpful. All of that is double, even triple, probably even quadruple true for Kushala. Because of the wind ability as her Elder Dragon powers ramp up, that wind is going to be so intense, we won't even be able to get close to Kushala. And that's why we really need to make sure we have windproof, because honestly, without it, I'm not really sure what we could actually do against Kushala. Yeah, sadly, our crits are not going to do high, crazy damage anymore like we used to do. So that is the downside to this build, because I don't actually have any critical boost decos at all. Like, I don't have any, which definitely hinders us significantly in terms of our build and power. We need to go grab these slinger pods that Kushala dropped. Right as Kushala went in the air, our Rocksteady wore off. That sucks. Now Kushala will shoot these little wind things. Now when it lands in the big tornado, it's going to do a gigantic big burst of power. So it took me forever to actually realize that's what it was doing. So if you're ever wondering why her tornadoes get dramatically large out of nowhere, that is exactly why. Come on, Kushala. I don't know what you're near to actually knock you down. Which, yeah, nothing was actually close to you to knock you down. Yeah, this isn't going to be an easy fight. I'll give you that. Especially with Kushala in the air, I'm not really sure what we're going to be able to do. Except stun her like that. But yeah, the wind tornadoes are still going to hurt us for pretty good damage. But at least we won't get smacked around by them to get stunned to put us open for a direct attack. That's kind of what we're hoping for. Because like I said, the wind is still going to hurt us. And luckily Kushala is still actually super weak to being stunned if you hit her in the head. That's why I made sure to stun and soften her face up. So hopefully we won't actually die twice like we did on Black Veil and Kieran. Because that definitely was not optimal in those fights. And yeah, I want to just keep trying to hit Kushala's head to knock her down. Luckily, with this wind resist, we can actually get as close to Kushala as we want, and we won't get smacked around, thank God. And man, our mantles aren't lasting very long. It feels like they're really not lasting very long. Yep, create your wind pressure. That doesn't matter to me. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, we would have been stunned by that wind pressure. Granted, we'll still get hurt if we go into it, but at least we're not going to get smacked around like a ragdoll. Yeah, Kushala does a lot of this running around nonsense. Yeah, now this is where we're going to struggle using the dual blades. Because we don't have any of the range to hit Kushala in the air. And without Rocksteady, there's no adamant way to knock Kushala down. You can use flash pods. I actually didn't really bring any flash pods with me, which is my own mistake. And the only reason I don't is because the first flash pod is super effective, as I've mentioned prior. The second one is still somewhat effective, just not as effective. So, yeah, that's why I don't really bring flash pods with me anymore. I still would recommend you bring them because they are still useful. And we're still looking for Elder Dragon tracks. That's what we're finding here that are the mystery items. Oh, nice. That knocked Kushala down. Her face is not softened, but we're still quite a ways back from getting our Rocksteady back. But I really want to take this chance to damage Kushala's face. See if we can... Yep, there's the wind tornado. Come on, come on, come on. Let's flinch you into a wall. Will this work? No, her wind, no! Well, now that just made this extra bad. Yeah. This is the problem. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Oh, we still got it. We still managed to pull it off. And I think that actually softened up Kushala's head for us again. I think it did. If you do clutch call it enough time, yeah, it did. Okay, good. If you do clutch call it enough, it can actually just soften up the head naturally by just doing a bunch of clutch claw attacks. Can't get her to stun down. Yep, just watch out for those little tornadoes because those are real nasty. Come on, Kushala. Just take another little tumble. Come on. Don't you want to fall down? Wouldn't it be so fun? Luckily, we can actually keep doing stuff like that, which is really, really good. Since we're at this slope area, we can do a lot of like the body roll attacks. I don't really know what that move is actually called. It just looks like a pretty much a very exaggerated somersault. Yep, and you'll see it'll expand. Boom. Real nasty. Don't get caught in that. Ugh. Yeah, windproof is definitely making this... I can already imagine it in my head. This fight would be like 6,000 times worse without windproof. Like, trust me. If you don't have the decos to run windproof, I believe at this point the game has actually naturally unlocked Kushala's armor. So you can actually use Kushala's armor. I believe it's 3 pieces to have just negates all wind pressure completely. So you could run that as well. The way I got my extra... I don't actually have enough deco slots to just use decos for windproof. I had to actually have a piece of armor for 2, which you notice I swapped out the critical boost chest piece we had. That's what I used. And I believe it was a Vespoid piece of armor that had 2 points into windproof and had decent deco slots, so that's why we went with that. So there is definitely armor we've unlocked that has windproof on it that you can use. If you don't have the decos or actually want to, like, it seems kind of counterintuitive to fight Kushala to get pieces for her armor to craft the windproof armor. I guess that does sound kind of backwards.
These tracks will help with our Elder Dragon investigation.
All right, our research is almost done, actually. Because if she's saying that, then we got to be really close. There's a lot of tracks. Really, even though they said the Coral Highlands, this monster's tracks can be found realistically just everywhere in the game. So I don't think you have to just do quests exclusively to the Coral Highlands to find these tracks. You can find them anywhere, as you're seeing. We're finding them here in the Elder's Recess. All right, Kushala, come over here. Come hither. I don't think you're under it, though. Can you come under it? Is that guy? Oh! You got flinched back. Well, I'm going to get you with the other one, then. Come on. I'm not going to use the Rocksteady yet because I want to be able to flinch out it into something. Gotcha. That's exactly what we wanted. Now, if Kushala is not enraged by this, then we will use Rocksteady for a flint shot. But I don't want to, because I don't want to waste the Rocksteady if it's not going to be enraged. Yep, it's enraged. We did enough damage. And for once, we actually fell out of white sharpness. That's almost kind of crazy, actually. Well, nothing a little Wetfish Stone can't fix. See, this hunt is already going a lot smoother. Now, if you can manage to shoot Kushala in the face enough, you can knock her down. But as you see, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I am going to use the Rocksteady now because I want to try to clutch claw her without being knocked off. To do damage on the face. Because let's get that. Oh, yeah, Slinger Thorns are perfect. Because they boast really high stun resist for stun effect. If you shoot the face and we hit them, this is going to work out beautifully. Wow, that didn't knock Kushala down? I thought for sure that would have. That was like 2 sets of Slinger Thorns on her face. Uh-oh. Oh, we missed with both of them. Wow. Well, there we go. It still worked. Yeah, you're definitely seeing the effects of not having critical boost is definitely lowering our damage output significantly. Like, not having our crits do, I believe it's 35% more damage is definitely causing a bit of a hindrance to us. And running the vest weight armor is actually making our defense a lot weaker as well. So we are taking quite a bit more damage as well. Luckily, the max potions help us out a ton with keeping our HP high and refilling us in an instant. See if we can... Oh no. Am I stunned? I'm dead. Milo, unless you save me, I'm dead right now. What? How did that not kill us? No, like, I mean, like, legitimately, how are we not dead? Yeah, I'm not near anything to actually stun Kushala into a wall, so at least we soften the face. Alright, this is getting... Kushala also has a lot of HP, and our damage is also not the highest because we don't have the best opportunities to always attack Kushala. Kushala lands, come on! Alright, running away. Now, if you couldn't tell, I'm not the biggest fan of Kushala. As I've said in the past, Kushala used to be my favorite, but then with the changes they made in Master Rank and stuff like that with Kushala's wind and everything else, I started to kind of hate Kushala Daora. Like, now she's definitely... She's not even in my top 10 anymore of monsters. Like, I don't like her anywhere near as much anymore. Now, in fire, that might just become like an explosion of fire. So also watch out for that. You can get inflicted with Fire Blight if the tornado becomes encased in fire. Or maybe that's when there's 2 monsters together. I don't remember. It's hard to remember every monster's interaction with each other. Yeah, our damage is significantly lower. What the? Hold up. Why did we get repelled? Our wind resist should be high enough to save us from that. You saw that, right? That was weird. We should not have... Like, we legitimately should not have been kind of blown back there. Because that's the reason we have wind resist. Come on, Kushala. All right, yep. We don't have the research, but that's skulls right there. Yep, yeah, that's skulls. Okay. So with that, let's go meet Kushala where she's going and prep for the explosion. Wakey, wakey, time to rise and shine. Alright, this should be the final hurrah for Kushala Daora. Although now, so this is also why I recommend wind resist, because at this point in Kushala's nest, as with every other dragon, her wind, as you see, she did one tornado, but that wind is everywhere. What? Everywhere? Everywhere? I'm trying to solve the mystery as to why we are getting blown back by the wind. Trying to solve this mystery because our abilities should prevent that. Okay, you know what, Kushala? I'm getting really annoyed with you right now. If you do knock her down, her wind pressure does pretty much dissipate, where all of her tornadoes around the area go away, because I guess you're gonna get blown away by the wind? Even if you even if you run wind resist level 5, you know, little confused, strange, you know, strange development, I must say. Kushala, can you just... Oh, I'm actually out of max potions. We've actually healed so many times. We don't actually have any more max potions. There we go. Yeah, I'm confused. Okay, unless somehow, some way, unless Kushala's armor bonus of negating all wind pressure and then the windproof skill are different tiers. Like, I wonder if Kushala's is higher because, like legitimately. Hold on. Negates minor and major wind pressure. Negates.
You lied to me.
Negates. So then why were we getting blown around? Game, I feel like you got a little bit of explaining to do there. You know, I got a slight problem with you there. You know, I'm not calling you a liar, but it does say negate. So, sure. Did we at least get like a good deck? We didn't get any face stones. We got no face stones. None. We got none.
See you back in one piece.
Back safe? That's what I like to see. Our investigations turned up something new, and this time it's something big. Signs are pointing to a new species of elder dragon hiding in the Coral Highlands, something the Commission's never seen. Which means none of us has any idea how to deal with it. We're starting from scratch here. so expect a bumpy ride.
Let's see.
About the only other thing to report is that the first Wyverians have been showing themselves a lot more frequently. Seems like they're trying to tell us something about the new Elder in the Highlands, but it's not exactly clear what they're trying to say. The tracker's out looking for them now, trying to get to the bottom of things.
Yeah.
If she learns anything, I'll make sure you hear about it. For now, keep up the investigation. Speak to the what? I just did! We just spoke to you!
Back already, huh?
Good to see you're back safe. We just spoke. We've identified our Elder Dragon in the Coral Highlands. The Abyssal Dragon, Namiel. After hearing what the first Iberians had to say, we're sure of it. Pinning that down would be a relief, if everything we knew from the scant logs and reports weren't so unsettling. The creature had an eerie glow. Its seam was pitch black, drab in color. Its scales bore every color of the rainbow. Don't look at me, I'm scratching my head here too. Anyway, we've had more reports come in. Something about strange light flashing up in the higher regions of the Highlands. That's gotta be it.
Go.
Get your gear together and head out to the Coral Highlands. Once you're ready.
This unidentified Elder Dragon is in the Coral Highlands. Let's head out, but proceed with caution.
Alright, after shuffling our equipment around, we are actually going to fight Namiel for a very specific reason. So, while I'm eating food and we're going to accept a light from the abyss, Namiel, as we've already been informed of her name, Namiel is very perfectly set up with our equipment because Namiel for element is 3-star weak to fire and 3-star weak to poison. It has 3-star to blast ailment and 2-star to dragon, but this is very important because remember, we have the poison fire combo dual blades to inflict both of these. So I switched back to these, I put our crit boost back on. We're running a pretty similar build that we've been running every episode, except instead of running higher fire attack, I am actually running level 3 blight resistance. And I'm doing this because Namiel is very unique that it can inflict 2 blights on you, and 1 blight is very bad to have on us for the dual blades that will prevent our stamina from recovering more quickly. So we definitely want this to just nullify all blights and not even worry about it at all. So with that, with Namiel, it's time to tackle it now that I feel like we're as set up as we could possibly be. The Commission has discovered a never before seen Elder Dragon in the Coral Highlands. No solid info to go on other than reports of an ominous light radiating from the highest plateau. Now, fun fact. Me and my 2 friends that played Monster Hunter World Iceborne's content when it launched together as a team, I am the only one who hates fighting Namiel. They both think fighting Namiel is pretty easy. I hate this monster. Fun.
Watch yourself. Nothing can stop us.
The only thing I don't like about these quests specifically is that it puts you at a default camp. Like, obviously I would go to Camp 11 because that's more in the absolute center of the Coral Highlands, which is a better vantage point to everything. But sadly, because it's a story mission and stuff, it just throws you at the base camp, which I'm never quite sure how to feel about it. Like, yeah, you get the cool experience of running through the area, I guess, again, but if you're trying to be fast and efficient, which I like to be, then this just kind of feels like a little bit of a waste. And also, Namiel, spoiler I guess, Namiel has my significant other's favorite looking armor, I believe, in the game. She loves this armor. And I believe it looks better on the female, as usually most armor does, except for like a couple variations that I personally think look a little better on the male.
Look!
We found some Nergigante tracks. Lots of tracks. We still don't have full research on Namiel yet, so there is that. Now we can track the monster, even though the handler was like, hey, the scoutfly is pinned on the monster's location. But it actually didn't. It was just set to its tracks. Like, thanks, handler. Which makes sense because even in the description, it even said on the highest plateau. So obviously Namiel was going to be up here from the very beginning. We're not going to grab the Nergigante thorns. It's not super imperative we grab them right now. Alright. We spotted Namiel, but we were quickly washed away from its location, which is still at like the very top. No. It's still like the very top of the Coral Highlands, so we're just gonna go back up there. It's the weird quest structure of like, oh, you climbed up to the top and encountered Namiel, well, you got washed down for the Elder Wyvern to say something to you, and now you have to climb all the way back up again. It's just that, it's that weird quest structure in certain missions that I just think is weird. Also, Namiel just left. Thanks, Namiel. But luckily, we can actually just jump down here where obviously we were knocked down the first time. This Namiel now went to the center battlefield. And yeah, let's see how well this fire and poison combination works. Luckily, we don't have to worry about any blights running that blight resist ability at level 3. Even if you don't run at level 3, running it at like level 2 is still great considering it reduces the duration, I believe, by 90%, which is still a sizable decrease. Alright, Namiel. We're gonna soften up its legs, because the front legs are our best position to actually hit Namiel. Also, Namiel's battle theme is really solid as well. I mean, really, every monster actually has a very solid battle theme, but Namiel's, I feel like, is also really great. Gives you that good water kind of suspense music, because obviously it's like a water elder dragon. I mean, it is a water elder dragon. Yeah, we're gonna rack on the damage. Let's go grab that other slinger pod so we can hopefully flint shot Namiel again. Oh no, I don't think it's too close to anything. Yeah, it was too far. That's fine. Yeah, most attacks will inflict water blight on you, and obviously we do not want water blight because since we're the dual blade, stamina is very important to us. And it doesn't decrease the rate at which you lose stamina, but it does severely reduce the rate at which your stamina recovers, and that's what we do not want. We want our stamina to come back very quickly, considering we're going to burn through it by being in demon mode. So why is Namiel going so far away? Why it's the why are you running meme. Alright, Shamos, take me there. I don't need to sharpen, but I'm just lazy and don't really want to chase it down anymore. Because Namiel is... And this only fuels into why I think Namiel is somewhat of an annoying monster. But yeah, I always struggle with fighting Namiel. And also going for the trophies and the platinum of this game. I can tell you immediately that trying to get a gold crown on Namiel was the worst experience I think I've ever dealt with in my life. I'm so bad at fighting Namiel, and Namiel was probably if not the second longest monster it took for me to get a large gold crown. I had to fight Namiel so many times, I literally got good at the fight begrudgingly because I had to. Because to get the gold crown, you obviously have to you have to beat the monster, but since it's an Elder Dragon, you can't capture it, you have to kill it. So the hunt just took forever. It was the worst. And it's all these things feeling into why I just absolutely loathe fighting this one monster. Let's get our evasion mantle on. So yeah, as you see, Namiel actually powered up. Any of the water squeegees it puts on the ground will now erupt in electricity because it has the power of water and electricity. It's pretty much like a more annoying Kirin. It can hit you with Water Blight, and with its electricity, it can hit you with Thunder Blight, increasing the rate at which you get stunned. Because, you know, you loved it so much when you could just get one Blight. Why not double up and have two, right? Now, we're actually doing really low amounts of damage to Namiel, even from its front feet. This is actually by design. When Namiel's in this kind of... It's actually in its powered up state. Its default state, I guess you would call it. Which makes Namiel's defenses pretty high. Because it obviously draws the power from water. But if you can actually suck its... Phrasing? If you can actually beat the water out of its body... It'll actually change in appearance in terms of losing its color, and it'll actually take significantly more damage anywhere, but especially in its weak spots. That's why throughout the fight, Namiel will actually kind of like stop and suck up water, because that's where it draws its strength from, kind of like right now. It's trying to suck up more water to stay powered up. If you just beat Namiel up a little bit, you can weaken it. Or it'll actually just explode all of its power, kind of like Toasha's Fire Nova. Kushala doesn't really have one, I guess. Nergigante's like Body Slam, where he gets rid of all of his spikes. Namiel has its own version of that, and when it does, it loses its powered up state. It's actually putting up quite a resilient fight at the moment by not powering down. Luckily, we can actually just do our spin dance to close the distance on Namiel. So it can't hit us too much unless it very close range attacks. Namiel is also not enraged, but we're not really near any structure for me to knock it into, so that's why I'm not focusing on that. Yeah, and its lightning only explodes on those water surfaces. So as long as you keep an eye out where on the ground is actually inflicted with water, you can actually avoid Namiel's thunder strikes in general.
Clear that current. Get caught in it and you'll be helped.
Man, Namiel putting up quite the battle. Yeah, just think, we have these crit boost ability, and we're using a powerful element and ailment on Namiel, and we're still not doing a lot of damage. That just shows that when Namiel is in this powered up state, its defenses are honestly pretty high. Now think of how much we would actually be inflicted with Water Blight if I didn't run the Blight Resist. Well, we couldn't hope for a flawless battle, but we tried our best. Yeah, once we actually power it down, or Namiel just expends all of its power to get rid of its powered up state, we'll definitely be racking up a lot more damage. Even though its front legs are still a weak spot, you actually want to attack its head for the most part, because that's its actual, like, big weak spot. Oh, did it lose it? It did. So it's hard to see because Namiel is in a more powered up form by having the more blue light. But you see how it's a little bit more devoid of color? Because Namiel is a bit more devoid of color, it is now in its more weakened state. So it will actually have more weak spots and takes a bit more damage now. This is the state you want to get to when it's not in its more agitated, powered up state like this, like using electricity. It'll be more of a brownish color. Yeah, Namiel will be a bit more be a bit more brown, as funny as that sounds. But yeah, Namiel is a lot weaker in this form. It's only still strong at the moment because it's channeling the power of electricity. That is the only thing keeping it very strong. But as you see, we're doing quite a bit more damage and we're in quite a bit more control of the battle now. We're getting lucky avoiding some of these attacks. I'm honestly shocked Namiel hasn't done her ultimate attack yet. I mean, I know Namiel can only really do it when it's actually full of water, so it can't actually do it anymore. But I'm so shocked it didn't do it up till then, because I feel like it would do it. Unless this is a similar situation to Ebony Otogaron, where we hit him with the Dragon Element, and he kind of loses his main power. I wonder if we did enough damage element-wise to Namiel that it can't really access its more powerful strikes. Oh, that almost killed us, actually. Yeah, can we heal? Can we heal? Yeah. Yeah, Namiel's a little bit of a long battle because I mean, it's like every monster in Master Rank. They just have a lot of base HP. Oh, there's the attack. Here's the attack. Now, it wasn't in its water state because it was like that, so it wasn't as big, but it'll shoot a lot of water in like a big area around it, leap in the air, and then do this big explosion. And you really want to avoid that attack. Because that attack, I almost guarantee you, will either kill you flat out, or it'll for sure stun you. Luckily, anytime Namiel ever... Well, I went the wrong way. Anytime Namiel does that attack, it will always run away afterwards. Almost, I mean, I've never had an encounter where Namiel did not run away after that attack. So even if you do get hit and survive but are stunned, your odds of survival are still significantly high. Alright, time to flinch you into a wall. And as you see, because it's not channeling the power of electricity, it is now, it's brown, as I said it would be. So now Namiel is at its absolute weakest it'll be in the entire battle. Even though I'm not really focusing on softening it up anymore, I've already done a fairly good job. I mean, besides dying the one time. I mean, I'm honestly surprised Namiel is actually doing as well as it is, considering the damage we're pumping into it. I mean, if it was softened, it would definitely do more damage, but this is still solid numbers. For the dual blades? Oh, yeah. Yep, there's skulls. So now Namiel's gonna run. All right. The last bastion of the battle. Oh man, I actually forgot to bring pods with us. Because I forgot to bring pods, we're not actually gonna be able to fully bomb Namiel. So I guess we're gonna blow ourselves up a little bit. All right, now you can really see the cool water effect on the ground that Namiel leaves. It's hard to see on the actual blue ground of the Coral Highlands, but yeah, it looks really cool. Seeing the blue effect, it looks amazing. I guess now we're gonna soften up its arms to get some slinger pods to flint shot it, because I guess I don't know how to do things in sequence. What the? Alright, yeah, so this is the dumb thing. Namiel started the animation to suck up water, but obviously we stopped it before it actually sucked up really any water. But somehow it still powered up. Kind of a cheap way for the game to kind of be like, you know what, let's give Namiel a chance. Let's give it a chance to maybe come back. Uh-oh. Although I feel like Namiel's got to be really close to being defeated. Wow, he's one hit away. And that's Namiel. A brand new Elder Dragon for Iceborne. I mean, Black Veil was new, but he was a variant of Valhazak, so Namiel was like truly, truly new. Like brand new. Also, there's some Namiel material. Hey. Yeah, I need to switch Milo over to his new tool, but I just haven't grabbed it yet, so forgive me for that. We'll eventually grab it, because it's in the Elder's Recess, and it's... I think it's the second to last gadget? Or maybe it's the... I don't remember if Hoarfrost Reach actually has like a new gadget. I think it has an ability, but not a gadget. Oh, four face stones? Oh, let's go. Wow. Nothing good. Nice.
Well, I don't know what I expected.
Listen up, everyone. We have the results from our investigation into the old Everworm.